we can't afford to throw the baby out with dirty bathwater. Let's change the bathwater, but let's not throw the baby out. When we see how important prophecy is in the New Testament, we will understand. We've got to learn. We got to improve. We've got to correct. We got to pastor. We got to educate. We need to see the purity in the prophetic. In this time in which there's been data mining and sexual immorality and shameful things done by people noted for prophecy, it doesn't mean prophecy is bad. We can't reject or quench a gift of the Holy Spirit because of the sin of some people. But we need to figure out, and this is another person's lecture, I think, what motivates people to fall in such traps as this? That's not for me to deal with. I know maybe somebody else is. It's so important. Listen, immorality has no place in the lives of prophetic people. False prophets are not determined by giving a false prophecy. They're determined by living a false life. Of all the gifts, prophecy, and I got this, I'm giving out of Sam's book. Giving him credit, that's my footnote for you. Of all the gifts, prophecy is to be especially desired. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 31 says, but earnestly desire the higher gifts. And 1 Corinthians 14:1, and the higher gifts is, you'll find in reading this passage in Paul, in Corinthians, is prophecy. It's one of the higher gifts, highest. 1 Corinthians 14:1, pursue love and earnestly desire the spiritual gifts, especially that you may prophesy. That especially is so important. If that especially wasn't in there, we wouldn't have to lift prophecy up so high as something that we got to get it right. Or we say, oh, it's in there with all the other gifts, word of knowledge, word of wisdom, discerning of spirits, tongues, interpretation of tongues, faith, But when it says, especially that you may prophesy, we need to earnestly desire. We can't throw the baby out. So again, secondly, what's a definition of prophecy? Now, this is not only Dr. Storms' definition, it's also a little bit of clarification of his definition. And from page 82, 83, 1996. This I is Dr. Storms. I define prophecy as the human report of a divine revelation. Then he says, another place, Paul speaks of prophecy as revelation. I said it that way because he's got it italicized. Emphasis his and mine. All genuine prophetic ministry is based upon or flows from a revelation from God.